Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the basement. So we got a new box that was just delivered today. It is April of 2023. And in this box was a starter set of the new Dwarven lighting system from Trains.com. That's Trains with a Z. Now, in this set, in this lighting kit, I've got the O-scale dwarf signals. We've got N-scale swan lamps. We've got HO scale highway lamps, some O scale swan neck lamps, and the lamp lighter itself. So what we're going to do today is break open this thing and talk about this lighting system that was acquired by Trains, and I'll kind of talk through the setup process and all that. And then we're going to put some of these on our layout. Now, some of these are HO. These highway lamps are HO. So my thought is I'm going to put them maybe somewhere higher or farther away. Since they are HO, if I put them farther away, a little forced perspective there, it'll look like they're even farther. So that's kind of my thought. So we're going to dive into this and talk about it. And then we'll look on the Trains website of where you can get this stuff yourself. And of course, if you use code CTAT, at Trains.com, you're going to save yourself $10 on your purchase if you hit a total of $50 or more. Or if you've already used my code, then maybe go to Trains.com/CTAT. That will still help support my channel here, and we can do more of these how-to videos. So let's go ahead and open some of these things up and talk about what makes this lighting system different than the Woodland Scenics lighting systems that I've used and many of us use on our layouts. And it's pretty neat what makes these things more unique, and I'm thrilled about it because the Woodland Scenics lights constantly blow out, and I have issues with them all the time. So let's dive in. So here is the lamplighter one, and if we just open this up, the cool thing about these lights is that these are fiber optic instead of having just being LEDs. So in here we're going to have, this is the model DV101, and so got it nicely wrapped here. Let's go ahead and open this up. So this is made of pretty strong, this is metal here, and you can see it's got spots there for you to mount it underneath your layout. And then you've got your power, and then I believe this is going to be your optical out. And this should be a wall wart for power. It is. So we can just go ahead and you just plug this in. I run all the power from my layout goes into a pretty significant surge protector that I have. And so when I turn the power onto the layout or onto that surge protector, any wall warts get turned on as well. So I'm just going to plug this into that for our testing purposes as we get started here. And this happens to be right underneath where I'm at. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And then we will start seeing how this is all. Okay, so here's the best part of this. So all you have to do is push the fibers into this area here. And you can do more than one fit in there. And if you have a bunch, you can take, they say just take like a blunt pencil and you can break off those extra plastic pieces to fit more in. So it is not hard at all to make this work. So there, I plugged it in and the light comes on there. And what we're going to do, let's do the dwarf signal here. So we're going to go ahead and pop this open. So in this box, got nicely wrapped these 3 dwarf signals. And so we're going to go ahead and undo these. That in mind, it looks like they're about 2 feet. The lines are about 2 feet. So I'm just going to take one of these here. Put these ones down. And we've got 2 ends for this. I'm going to try to put this, I'm just going to slide these in. It's just that simple. So obviously you can, let me see it so you can see this as well. If I take the red one out, then you just have the green lit up. And then you can remove the green and put the red in. It is that simple to do, and it's illuminated. So not hard at all. Now, obviously, for the dwarf signals, these are not going to be indicating switch placement or anything like that. With this setup, they are strictly just there for looks, you know. So it's not going to give you anything prototypical in that fashion, short of just being to scale. So we've got these two really nice swan neck lamps. Let's go ahead and pop these open here. So in there we've got, fell out, a base for the light. And then again, these are wrapped up really nice and safe. So those are nice looking lights. Put some rust streaks on there. Those would look really sharp. So I'm just going to take these without even undoing them. You can slide two of those in there. And they do give off a nice light there. So these are going to be pretty cool. And again, we can put more than just two of those optical cables into that lamplighter piece there. So pretty straightforward. And then you just have to fish the base up through the optical cable, and then it just slides right in there to the bottom of the light. That simple. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to be putting the gooseneck lights up by these houses here. Now, this part of my layout is up on foam, so I can't just take a normal drill bit and drill down, because I'm not going to get through the foam, and I'm definitely not going to get through the table to fish the fiber. So I actually have an extra long 1/8 inch drill bit that I picked up from just online, or you can grab one at your local hardware store. I'm just going to put this guy into the drill, and this will allow me to then drill down quite a bit farther for these lights. So we're going to go ahead and put one right here. There we go. Now what we can do is we're going to take the base of one of these and fish the fiber through that. It goes into there. I can then fish the fiber down the hole. I can just do a little bit of work, and I can just do a little bit of work here to get this glued in place and even that out, but then that light is installed. So we just have to get it straightened out a little bit, but that should not be a problem. So if we zoom in, there's that light. So here is the lamplighter one, and I've got all those. You can see the fiber optic cables just run right into the side there. It is then plugged into that wall wart, which goes over to my surge protector, which is the main source that I turn on to then turn on transformers and track power. So this is an easy setup. Literally took me, it was the longest thing to do here was run the extension cord over to this part of the layout, but I will definitely be adding more of these products because it is super, super simple and they just look awesome. It's nice to have some more scale lights. Door signals set up now. I dimmed the lights to make them a little bit easier. If we come over here, you'll see that one. And then we've got both of the O-scale gooseneck ones set up as well. So that creates a really cool lighting on that road there. So once again, we're gonna add more of these. These are just too cool. You know, you're limited to the distance to the lamplighter module. So perhaps I'll have to add some more of those, but let's go ahead and check out OnTrains' site where you can find these.
All right, so here is Trains' website. And if you come here soon, you're gonna see up here at the top it says announcing Dwarven lighting system. And you can click there to learn how. But if we just come up here to the search bar, we're gonna go to Dwarven, enter, and you're gonna find all the products here. Now, these are in multiple scales, so they're going to find some N scale, some HO and O scale stuff here. So what you might want to do is come over here and you could change your scale to O, and that's going to limit some of the products that you're going to see if you're just looking for O scale products. Now, some of the things that you're going to see, I don't have in the kit that I got. So you have a lamplighter controller for the lighting system, so you could just control, this is like a little Bluetooth piece that you can turn it on and off yourself if you have that wall wart plugged in and it's always powered and you want to turn it off when you're done on the layout. You can just use this instead. You can get another wall wart if you need it. There are side-on IR sensors, so this is going to be really nice for those crossing gates that we're going to see here soon. You could also do a vertical IR detector if you want to hide it and have it between some rails. They have some lit railroad crossings, so you can get a crossing with some indicator lights there. You can also get a kit, so this is really cool. Now this one comes without a power supply, so if we come down here, you can get the crossing kit with the lamplighter and the power supply. So if we click on this, This is going to give you a kit. It's going to come with 2 crossing gates. It's going to come with the sound module, which is going to give you the dinging of the crossing. It's going to give you a controller here for it, the Lamplighter DFL controller. And then you're going to have some, I believe it comes with the IR sensors as well, everything that you're going to need to run this. And it kind of explains the crossings and block. There's an integrated block detection as well, and video that you can watch on their website here. So that comes in at $169.99, but if you use code CTAT at checkout, you're going to get that knocked down to $159.99. So you could check that out. There's some industrial lamps. We've got some rafter lamps that you could put in some warehouses. They have some really nice carriage lamps for like yard posts. So maybe you have some houses, you want some nice yard posts, you could get some of those. They also have the adapters for some other lighting system pieces, and then the crossing bell. Now, if we come back up here and we check off that O, you're going to see all the products that they have. So you can see some of those dwarf signals here as well that I have in my kit that look really, really nice. There's also indicators for the dwarf signals. So you see there's 5 pages of stuff here. So here's a dwarf signal, the block signal kit. So you can get the special lamplighter piece for that. So I could go on and on. There's tons and tons of different kits that you can get that have all the brains that you need to make this work. So really, really cool stuff that you can connect and integrate into your layout to make it that much more dynamic. And if we were looking at the fact that the fiber optics are about 2 feet long, well, you can get longer extensions for those as well. Let's go back up here. There's some billboard signs that are pretty cool there. If we continue through here, you're going to see some more just power supplies, some turnout signals, as we had talked about with the block signaling and the dwarf signals. If we keep coming down, some snap bipolar wiring, and let's see. Here we go. So here is some glow end fiber cable and then some extension pieces as well. So you can get 30 foot of cable if you really need to. So that's all available there. There's some connecting kits. So 6 couplers there that you can get. So if you need to go for a farther distance from your lamplighter or power supply, you can grab some of these pieces and extend those as far as you may need to. So don't think that you're stuck at just 2 feet. You can make these even longer if need be. So pretty cool stuff there from Trains. So again, use code CTAT at checkout or go to trains.com/CTAT. Save yourself some money. You can order some lights here. They're going to have these at York coming up in a week from now. So you check them out there. You can save on shipping. You can go to trains.com/CTAT and buy any of the other awesome things that Trains has. And you're never disappointed when you come onto their site. I mean, while we're here, let's just check out Lionel Legacy, see what they've got that comes up. Oh, that's got some Heritage units there. So some UP Heritage units. The Denver Rio Grande, that's the nicest one, I think. I've got that one in the Missouri Pacific. I love them. Looks like someone must have traded some in recently because these are the older ones and the newer ones just came out. So if you want one of those and they're sold out, you can grab one. SD40-2 and CSX, those are fun. That's, I think, the neatest locomotive. And here's a nice Lion Master Conrail engine. So lots of great stuff here on Trains' site to go use. So thanks, guys, for tuning in today. I hope you liked this one. I plan on getting more of the Lamplighter products because they are just as awesome as they look in the video that I was able to come out with here now. So more to come on this one, but thank you all so much. I hope you have an awesome day. Hit that like button. Let me know your thoughts, and maybe I'll see you at York.